I decided to re-download and play Overwatch, and the reason why is because, well, not only most of my friends are playing it, doing 5v5 and stuff like that, but also just, reminiscing on the game, and I've been kind of itching a little bit. I don't know why, but I was like, bro, what happened to Overwatch, So I decided to download it and play it, and I gotta say, it's still pretty fun here and there, but it's definitely not something where I will play all the time like I used to back in the day. Now, man, who remembers the OG Overwatch, man? Like the 2015, right? Is that when that game came out, 2015 or 2016 Overwatch? I still remember the Overwatch beta. I played the Overwatch beta where Bastion was like the most OP thing because it could heal itself and do all this crazy stuff. And the OG hero screen, man, was something that's just very nostalgic as well. And Overwatch 1 being, I think, for 30, right? Wasn't it like $30 or $40, something along those lines? I thought it was a great deal. I played that game intensely all the time. Now, I didn't play competitive at all because I don't really play competitive in games, I'm not saying, because it's too hard, whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, it's whatever. But when I play games, I most like to play just casual, because when I play games, I like to use it as just a form of entertainment, winding down. That's why I like story games a lot, and that's why I like Call of Duty, because it's kind of just easy, like plug and play, type of stuff where you just hop in a game and bang, and then you're already in there. And Overwatch, the learning curve of it is not as deep, so it was really fun to me, and it was really engaging because, as I said, the learning curve really isn't that bad compared to a game like, let's say, Rainbow Six Siege, right? We know Rainbow Six Siege, the learning curve in that game is absolutely insane. There's like 30, 40 freaking operators that do different stuff, like that can use this and that. And it's just so confusing. With Overwatch, it's only like 10, 15, well, in the beginning. Now it's way more. They expanded more. And the new hero they added was like this fat Samo, or not, I shouldn't say fat, but like this big old buff Samo, like 2 miniguns. Bro, I've been running into that a little bit. That's been kind of annoying. But I feel like a big problem with Overwatch, though, as I've been playing it, it's just like the battle passes, like you could tell it's an Activision game. Battle passes, bundle shop, freaking like all this type of stuff, bro. Like I don't want to see all that. When I first played Overwatch, it literally was just you play and that's it, bang. It used to be super fun. But now it's just like, okay, like they tell you, okay, season 8 Wonderland, and in the menu is like, oh, you press this, and each character you have to level up, and then you have to level up a certain character, and you have to do all this and that to unlock a hero. It's just so much shenanigans, it's too grindy. It's way too grindy. It's either you spend money to get packs and stuff. And I remember too, back in the day, don't get me wrong, loot boxes, those were definitely a big thing back in the day. But it seems like now, man, it's like you either grind 100 hours in the game or you just spend your money to get cool cosmetics and stuff. And that's kind of how it was back in the day, with the loot boxes, you spend your money to hopefully get good stuff. And I'll admit, loot boxes are probably worse in this new system that they have in there. But at the same time, man, like, nobody really cares. I don't really care too much about skins and everything like that, and Call of Duty and Fortnite and all these other games. But Overwatch, I just feel like it's doing over the top, you know what I mean? So I still have like the very basic skins in the game because I just simply don't care for it. But man, the old, like, playing Overwatch 2, it definitely does feel the same as Overwatch 1 in a way. And as I said back in I made a super old video reviewing the game. And I thought it was a pretty decent game. I was like, bro, this game's whatever. Like, it's just the same thing as Overwatch 1, but it's just a little bit different UI, and that's it. And yeah, it's still pretty good, man. Like, listen, don't get me wrong, Overwatch 2 is still fun. Overwatch still is fun, but there's just something missing with the game, in my opinion, that will keep me on it past more than a month or two. And a month or two from now, I'm not going to be really playing Overwatch 2 anymore. Because I don't know what it is, man. Is it lack of content? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I've played Overwatch so much that there really isn't no point for me to play, Unlike Call of Duty, where it's just like something new every year. Well, quote unquote, something new. Call of Duty, it's always something new and engaging. They add new stuff. With Overwatch, it's like they barely add anything. And they have false promises and stuff like that they just didn't put together. And wasn't there supposed to be like a single player mode against an AI or something like that, and they didn't put that in the game either? That is definitely very, very tragic, man. I remember the whole controversy about that, and Overwatch 2 was just, let's all be honest, it was a colossal failure. No matter if you really enjoy the game or not, you just know, man, like, it really isn't the game I bet Activision wanted it to be, Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad it's free. I think it's very, very good that it's free. But it just really isn't that great, So yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts and everything about Overwatch. Coming back to it, man, like it's still fun, man. You know, like I still enjoy Overwatch here and there. I've been trying to use different heroes and stuff. I use a lot of healing, a lot of DPS, and the only way you're generally gonna find matches fast if you just put healing, bro. That's it, and you'll find a match like that because it seems like nobody wants to play healer, which I don't mind, man. I don't mind playing Mercy, Lucio, any of those types of healers. I've been trying out different heroes and stuff like that just to widen my horizon and use someone else instead of the same characters over and over again. Because in DPS, when I use DPS, I use a lot of Soldier 76 for some reason because it's like COD, you know. And I use like Bastion because those are very easy to learn, right? But like Genji, Hanzo, well, McCree is kind of easy, but like those are kind of tough, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get better with those. And tank is not really something that I personally mess with a lot. I mean, the only tank I really use is Roadhog because you know the hook and everything. But even then, they change it so much. Overwatch like now is just very different. Like they change all the heroes' mechanics, abilities, stuff. It's just so much different than what it was back in the day. You know, like Roadhog, you now can like mainly heal. You can stop drinking the healing, and then with Mercy, they changed Mercy a lot from freaking way back then. I remember Mercy, her ult used to like revive everybody at once, right? That used to be her ult, but now her ult's just flying in the air and this and that. I mean, it's all right. You know, I guess it brings balance because Mercy was kind of OP because you could just fly whenever, right? With Mercy, I thought that's definitely pretty insane. With other heroes too, they changed a little bit of things. I think with Soldier, it's still the same because I still, you know, I mean, it is Call of Duty, but like I know it's basically Call of Duty, but like Soldier's the same. Some heroes are the same, but for the most part, they definitely did change a lot of things with Overwatch 2 that I thought were. I mean, sure, it's definitely a little bit balanced, a little bit better, but at the same time, man, Overwatch 2 is just it gets too dried up and boring real quick. I can only play like by myself. Like if I'm not playing with friends, right? By myself, I could play minimum of like 3 matches and then I'm just done. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's because the games are too long. I don't know if it's because it's just stale. Like the game is just stale. I don't know, man. But I definitely do miss the first Overwatch game. I do think that, in my opinion, it was just better. You know, maybe it's because I'm a little biased because it is nostalgic. But man, there's nothing as good as the first Overwatch, man. When that first came out, everybody learning the game and everything's just so cool, you know. And I never really had that feeling until Fortnite came out, obviously, and everyone was playing Fortnite like crazy. But yeah, Overwatch is definitely one of those games where it's just super enjoyable, super fun. And if you haven't tried it out, I definitely recommend it. It's free for all platforms. And I don't know if it is cross-platform. I don't know about that, but yeah, definitely try it out. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. It's been your boy Daniel. Drop a like, subscribe. Yeah, I just want to talk about me missing Overwatch 1 after playing Overwatch 2 for a little bit, or coming back to Overwatch 2. You know, and I guess well, I'm not really giving it a review, right? But I guess just telling you guys my thoughts and everything coming back into it. Overwatch 2, it's just very mid, in my opinion. Overwatch 1 was better. So yeah, follow all my socials, drop a like, subscribe. It's been your boy Daniel, and I'm out.